1. Hang on, balls.
Oh my god.
Was that a player or a pause or a start?
Hi guys, and welcome to the podcast, Englishman and an Asian. I'm joined today with Charlie,
I didn't come
Connor and Kyle. And
seriously naming it that?
Today's topic, well it's really the only name I could come up with it last week.
I didn't even know it, so this took me by surprise.
So yeah, today's topic is video game violence, because this has recently popped up in the news and on radio shows and stuff. So I thought we'll talk about this evening.
What are you going for the most? Like, is it the Mass Effect thing where they're comparing Mass Effect to...
Well, everything, let's be honest with you.
In general.
Yeah, generally everything's been picked on. I mean, they're going to turn around and start saying Teletubbies does massacring or some stupid rubbish next.
No, it's fun. Apparently Mass Effect, the thing where you've got to defend the universe from Reapers, taught people how to kill children. I don't quite understand how that, links.
Because that's prejudice against Reapers. The real Reapers out there are all upset because we obviously kicked their ass in a video game and it looks really bad.
Actually, thinking about it, do you depend on the video game they're playing? For example, if this person wasn't playing Mass Effect, he was playing something else, would they suddenly blame that, you know? Maybe they're just blaming Mass Effect because that's what he played.
He didn't. Apparently he also sat in a windowless room playing Call of Duty.
Windowless room?
That is literally what he said.
Rumours are that Al-Qaeda have a system where they get basically Taliban suicide bombers. They train them up on Minecraft with creepers.
What?
I just thought to myself, violent video games. You can't I honestly think it's a mental problem. I think it's down to the individual.
No, because they always add mental in the news reports. It always says mental person plays video games.
You can't blame games for that. At the end of the day, you've got to have a brain on your shoulders to play a video game. You can't just play it and go, oh, no, what? I'll go shoot someone because that game told me to.
I don't remember Mass Effect, the scene where you go into a school. I must have missed that bit.
No, they're linking it to the fact there's a kid at the end of the game. And that you essentially... The only reason for the kid being there is because at the beginning you see the kid get killed. But you don't literally see it, you just see the ship he's on blow up.
I can't actually
the main character through the whole game.
Yeah.
Mass Effect I can't really make a decision on for the pure reason that Origin is a piece of poo and it's not on Steam.
You know, speaking about the kid dying at the beginning, have you played the... I know it's old, but have you played the Gears of War Ram Shadow?
Gears of War Ram...
No, Gears of War 3 Ram Shadow. You know the DLC for it.
Oh no, I don't.
What about Ram Shadow?
Ram Shadow. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Right at the beginning of it, there's a bit where you remember Ty.
Oh yeah.
He's talking to a little child and he's bald, and he's like, "Don't worry, child. I speak in American native, and you won't understand a word I say."
Yeah.
And he puts him on the little transport. The transport drives up and gets killed by a locust.
Yeah.
And it was a little child inside of it, and I'm not surprised anyone flagged that, unless someone's already have. But
I don't think Gears can be flagged for any more than it already has been.
I don't know. I've never.
At the end of the
run
day,
along and turn into several pieces of meat at once.
At the end of the day, adding a child into a video game that makes it have a violent scenario, it's good. The way Mass Effect did it, you don't see no kid get harmed. You just you see a ship explode, and that, in my opinion, is handled correctly. If for example, you think Fallout. Fallout does it correctly in the fact that you can't even harm kids. But if you could shoot kids, then that's wrong. But that still doesn't explain...
Fallout you could.
That doesn't explain why people go off and do stupid things like that shooting in America. That's just... The video game cannot take the blame for that.
Yeah.
I mean, what was he saying this week about the percentage difference between people who've done crazy things from playing video games is low to the amount of people that play it and don't do anything stupid?
Well, yeah, if you work out the amount of people that have played video games, so it's one specific violent video game, and I'll take probably the most violent game that I know of, which I'd say Postal 2.
I know that.
Yeah. Generation.
That's my generation, yeah, but that
zips his pants and just...
yeah, that is violent, that is gory, that is just now I'm older and I'm playing it, I'm thinking, Jesus, that's bad. But how many people would have played that as opposed to people who had played that game and done something stupid? It'd be not even 1%.
Oh, probably not. No, because it's fun. It's stupid. You could say it's the equivalent of smoking in a weird way, because you play games to unleash stress, and smoking, in a sense, is more dangerous. Well, not in a sense. Smoking is more dangerous.
It's cheaper, though.
I believe that maybe if you sit on a computer, and this is not referencing anyone in my family at all, Connor. If you're playing, if you play a video game fanatically all day, you're not actually this bad. But if you play a video game fanatically all day, every day, then you normally find, you find there's an underlying, not mental health, but there's an underlying problem, but nothing severe. Well, there's an underlying problem. Everyone had it. I had it as a teenager because I was an unsociable weirdo kid, but I forgot where I was going with this. No, you're all right, you unsociable weirdo kid.
I think you was going for the person that plays it non-stop without a window, and then they go insane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an emotional thing, but it's like they blame Columbine on them. They blame that on Doom.
I'd stop on a wagon wheel.
Oh wow, you rule. I'm that bad. I've just eaten my kid's Milky Bar. I have to replace that tomorrow. There's nothing else here unless I eat paprika.
I can imagine your kid getting up going, I want a Milky Bar, and you're just sitting there with this face of, oh no, we can't find out.
Oh, I've got to hide the evidence or I will be harmed. Yeah, that's throwing me off now, your wagon wheel adventures.
No, you were talking about Connor and he doesn't leave his room or something.
No. It's not just Connor's not as bad, but I've met people before that are very strange, and they live by their computer, they play games all day, every day, and they're unusual. And I say that on the basis as well that I was one of them kids at one point. As a teenager, I was very much a recluse. I would sit by my computer for a long time, all day, every day, and it was, in hindsight, I think, what did I do with my life? But I believe, for me, that was a confidence. I lacked a lot of confidence. I think maybe I might have had an underlying condition. But with some people out there, they won't understand that. And I think maybe that could lead them to violence. But I don't think a video game would be that trigger. I think that's purely their problem.
Humans are violent by nature anyway.
I don't...
Cheers for that. Cheers for that philosophical moment there.
I was just saying, humans are violent by nature.
They are? Oh yeah, what just do?
Just, you as an example, Carl, I mean, you hit me with a hoover.
Oh, come off it. That was, what, 6 years ago? No, longer than that. How old am I now? I'm 26.
Are you really your own age?
I was 16, 15.
So?
Anyway.
You still hit me with a hoover.
It was the best moment of his teenage years, Carl. You should be proud. He was involved.
Anyway. Have you heard the news as well about what the, I can't think what state it is now, I think Utah, in the United States, the sheriff department have said if Obama bans assault weapons, they are going to physically declare war on the United States government. Yeah. Whether they die or not.
Do you know that's the reason why they have weapons to begin with?
Yeah, but it's just... Oh.
I read that thing where they all went outside the White House and instead of mayor's offices, all holding weapons, talking, shouting at them, saying we don't want gun restrictions. And I just thought to myself, how threatening is that to walk outside the White House with a shotgun on your shoulder, going, "Don't ban gun laws." That's got to be the most threatening thing to the White House.
The problem with America is they're leading themselves into a position where if they don't sort themselves out, it's their own fault, but they could lead themselves to civil war, which would only just affect America, that would affect the world.
Why would that affect the world?
Well, you work it out. America is one of the most powerful countries on the planet. If someone takes over, if they manage to push a presidential out of the way, if they could fight their own people to get in charge of their own country, who's saying they won't fight another country to get their own way? Basically, think of the teenager who's got the ump with their mum and dad and want to move, want to pick a fight with their mum and dad. They're the type of kid that normally, if they carry on, they're the type of kid that end up going to prison.
Yeah. Wait, that's more of an American thing, isn't it? What you just said right there.
But then again, over there it's probably quite easy just to get your hands on a weapon.
You still need a license.
Yes.
You still need a license, but it still comes down to the fact that when you talk about video games and violence, you can literally go to a gun store in America at the age is probably 21 and learn how to shoot if you pay your money towards it. But
you can learn how to shoot from a very young age. You just need someone to buy the gun and own it, and so long as you're on their land, you can shoot regardless of age.
And no, one point is that they can't really blame video games that they were trained by video games.
Yeah.
You can't tell me some guy's thinking, this is assault.
You ain't. The thing is, you can't be trained by video games. There is no game out there that is realistic.
Yeah.
Arm 2.
No, even then, that's not realistic.
It's not really real. It's more virtual.
It's
like a simulation, really.
There is no way they can be realistic.
Armour 2 is based off of a military simulator, so it's not...
What, a military simulator? It wasn't just...
It was originally built as... I played the original, which was Operation Flashpoint.
Oh, yeah.
And that was based off of... it was based off of a military simulator that I believe the United States Marine Corps were using. They were using it not to kill, but they were using it primarily just as strategic positions, and it had the whole suite of tanks, aircraft, so it gives you that full battlefield experience. It was only that I believe, I'd have to confirm this, but it's only that I believe that the public got interested in that they created a public version called Flashpoint, but don't bank me on that.
Okay. So you're talking about military simulations. The thing I watched the other week was I don't know where in England, but there's a training facility which is supposed to be really realistic. And what they do is they simulate like suicide bombers. And what happens is they'll make the soldiers patrol down the market, and they'll actually get actors to play as the people. They're speaking the language, and then like a fake bomb will go off. And then what happens? Yeah, this is actually true. Is people who are amputated, who are missing a limb, they bring them on, basically cover them in fake blood and throw them.
Oh, what? Yeah, I actually heard something like this. Is it in the UK?
It's a YouTube video. It's on the UK. I'm trying to look for it right now. But they will literally get people who have lost an arm, throw them on the floor, cover them in blood, and they just roll around doing fake screams. I want to find that.
I've never heard of that before.
Can you imagine? You've just walked down the shops. You've walked into the wrong shop, come out this back lot, and that's all happening in front of you. You'd think, what the fuck?
No, I'm trying to look for it. You just get crazy stuff like that. I think we were saying the other day who would win in a war. Would it be England or... Alright, Connor, one sec, man. Would it be England or America? And I think there would be...
England would disappear.
Disappear.
Even non-nuclear, you've got to think the size of America, the money that America...
No, it's not just that. England's self-destructed as it is.
Oh, no.
Why, you disagree with that, Carl?
No, I've got a pet hate when people go, who will win at a war against this, or whose special forces will beat this special forces. It doesn't operate like that. It's not, in a war, it's not a competition, it's just a battle of ideologies, and it's not, we're going to beat you, no. That's what it sounds like.
Kyle, man, read this guy. I'll send you a link through Skype. He is Jack Thompson. He's notoriously known.
Oh my god!
Prick. Notoriously known for it's GTA, isn't it? Again.
GTA. He I can't remember.
Who attacks games.
Was it Bully as well? We had a problem with. Bully. I mean, Bully had bad parts to it, but Bully was just essentially a school simulator.
Oh yeah, I love that game. That was one of the best games ever.
Bullying. Don't get me wrong. Bullying is a bad thing, but in a video game, the game was fun. You can't. I don't know.
I was just looking through the stuff where whenever there was a murder or a killing or something happened, and the person that had done it was known for playing GTA, he'd be straight on the if GTA did it. Must be.
Oh yeah, if anything that happened, he blamed Grand Theft Auto. If someone had farted in Michigan, he'd turn around and say, "Oh, it was their fault. They played Grand Theft Auto."
I want to know how he tried to claim money off it, though. If you look through nearly all the cases he's gone through, at the same time, he's like, "Oh, I also want this much for doing what? Blaming something."
I'm sure. In the end of it, the courts must have turned around and said, "Oh, here he comes," and just push him away. They knew he couldn't win. The man he obviously don't enjoy playing video games.
Did you hear the Facebook allegations he made?
Wait,
no.
Did you tell me this? He wanted to sue Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm reading it now. I've got it on.
No, what it is Facebook is obviously it's a huge community thing, and he went onto Facebook, and when people found out he was on Facebook, he basically got the world's biggest hate mail ever, to the point where he wanted to sue Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook turned around and said, "Well, we can't really control what our users do. What can we do? Block everyone?"
Yeah.
And of course, he didn't get the money, did he? But every time he claims money, it's in the millions, of course, isn't it?
Mm.
It's not. Every time it's in the millions. So I just don't get where they get the figures from.
Could we not try and add him on Steam and buy him Grand Theft Auto? Just for a giggle.
Have you seen the ENB mod for Grand Theft Auto?
The ENP mod?
The ENB is a graphical update.
Oh, that's been around a while, isn't it?
No, it's finally finished. The full version finished.
Kind of, my laptop can barely struggle to run that anyway.
GTA 4?
It looks amazing. Yeah, it looks amazing.
A bit late, isn't it, when GTA 5's coming out in 2 months?
Yeah.
I think it actually probably looks a little bit better than GTA 5. At least that's from the trailers.
Yeah, but that's a trailer. But then a trailer is supposed to show the best quality of a video game, so I understand your argument.
GTA 5, though, if I'm going to go on the principle on how San Andreas was, it's going to be a lot more colourful. Because of the sun.
What do you mean by colourful? I thought you meant in humour.
No, it's not going to be like rainbow power and stuff like that. I'm talking about hello.
No, I believe you. Kind of started talking and everyone shut up.
Yeah. Rude. GTA 4 was set in a grim environment. It's obviously a simulated New York, in it, so it's going to be dark. If I remember, every time I play that game, all I can just remember is dark, rain, constantly.
Yeah.
Whereas this one's obviously a lot more bright. There's going to be a lot more colours standing out. So it won't look as grim as GTA 4. GTA 4 just looked really grim for a good reason, but it just
Yeah, I really noticed that GTA 4 looked quite dark. I never really noticed that.
No, because I think that was the point of the storyline, because you're an immigrant. Immigrants always get the crap end of the stick.
Yeah.
I thought you were just about to say immigrants always get bad weather. It's because he's an immigrant, and immigrants always get bad weather. I just thought,
That would be the most stupidest, chavviest reply I'd ever heard, really, isn't it?
Oh my God.
It's something Lee would say.
Yeah.
No, it's because it does rain a lot on that game. That's what I didn't notice. You just drive around in it most of the time, it rains. But yeah, GTA 4 was set in that horrible, dingy area of people struggling trying to live. But then you've got new GTA 5, which do you remember Vice City?
Yes.
Do you remember Tommy Vercetti? I think it was.
Yes, the main.
Is it based off him in GTA 5? Because it looks like him. If I remember how he looks.
GTA 5 take control of 3 different characters.
No, they've said that it's not set in the same universe as the old originals.
Yeah.
Oh,
same as 4
different characters.
And you're not taking over one person. You're going over 3 different stories.
Apparently, as well, it's not going to be the whole of San Andreas. It's purely Los Santos, but expanded.
Oh yeah.
No, they should do that because the biggest map has got to be from that game, San Andreas, is it?
Yeah, it was the biggest map, but you look at Liberty City. The first Liberty City was tiny, and they've made Liberty City in GTA 4 a hell of a lot bigger. So I think they might be doing the same principle with this one. They might be they might expand Los Santos, but I think they're going to have Vinewood. I think Vinewood's definitely in it from the trailer. They're going to have all areas like that still in there, but I think places like
areas in it as well.
Was it Las Venturas, which is where all the casinos was, like Las Vegas and areas.
I don't think stupid name.
I don't think that will exist.
Oh, that was cool back in that game.
I always remember in that game I got $1 million in debt.
What?
You can actually get in debt on that game if you gamble.
Yeah.
And my stuff it was like $1 million and over. and I was trying to just for a laugh try and get all the money back. And my dad just goes to me, "Restart the game, you fail." I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I really thought Las Venturas was quite a good area, really, because there's like a lot of desert, and then you could find the Area 51 that's like... Is it Area 51?
No, what was it called? I think it's called Area 69 or something stupid like that, but it was a spin-off of Area 51.
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty cool, like going areas like that, stealing the tank, really, just going AM.
I never had any problems with money in that game because I always remembered the cheat code off by heart, and that's all I ever did.
I did the same thing. Because it was that cheat code where if you type it in, you'd get full armor, full health, all your guns get ammunition, and you get something like 10,000. Mm-hmm. One cheat code. I mean, come on.
I don't think I've ever played a GTA game all the way through without actually cheating, because I find it just fun. I'm just walking through like the Terminator or something, just blasting people, but that's nothing to do with me being so violent.
Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, man. I haven't actually heard of anything recently with video game violence, to be honest.
The school shooting that happened in December?
How is that funny? I'm talking more recent, not just...
Can I just add that I wasn't laughing at the events that happened. I was laughing at the fact that you said I don't remember anything recently. But, yeah, no, over here, I mean, you can't just say video game violence is a direct link to what happens, because, I mean, how much of it actually happens over here?
Rarely.
That's a good point, actually.
Exactly. Alright, yeah, we can't get guns. Well, some people still do. But you don't hear of, someone got stabbed in central London or East London because they thought they was a giant dragon or something stupid. It's nothing. It's normally gang related or drug related. Video games are very rarely mentioned in this country. But the US, it's either, and I love Americans, but it's either that they're dim in the sense that they take video games too serious, or it's nothing to do with video games whatsoever.
I think with guns. Tell me, if he didn't have access to guns, what would he do? Go in with a club or something?
No, it wouldn't happen. But
that's my point.
On the other hand, I'm in two minds about it myself, because I believe that the Americans, from their original rights, are allowed a firearm, and I respect that. That's what their country was founded on. As stupid as it might seem to us, that's what it was founded on. So they should have all rights to do that. But a handgun, no sane person would want to keep an assault weapon in their house. Well, I would love to, but they wouldn't want to keep an assault weapon in their house. It don't make sense. A handgun for home defence is enough.
If you're going to
we've got spatulas and frying pans. We don't have guns in this country. We could get a knife tops out of our home.
Yeah. They
can have a handgun. I think that's more than enough. I don't understand. Oh no, someone's coming in with a spatula. Quick, get the M16. It just don't make sense. I understand.
Get the spatula! Retreat!
The wall.
Yeah, but
oh my God, he's got a frying pan there. He's levelled up.
I can understand the protection. At the end of the day, I'm a father, and if anyone breaks into my properties with my kids in the house, God knows what I would do. But it wouldn't be pretty.
Fuck yeah, I'm going to keep the spatula away.
That's right. I've got a milky rat. I'm not afraid to use it. Everyone's got a right to defend their home, but there's a certain level. I mean, unless the SAS were going to burst through my door with MP5s, you don't need a big gun to hold them off.
Yeah. I was actually strangely thinking about that. I was thinking, it's going to be a weird thing. I was just watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And on Stranger Tides.
Sorry.
And it's the one where they've just got to the Fountain of Youth. And I looked at him and he's still got the 2 pistols on him. So I thought, why doesn't he shoot 2 guards and leg it? This is the Captain Jack Sparrow guy. And I thought, well, he's only got 1-2 shots. That would suck. And I thought, wait a minute, if he had like a handgun today, he'd put up a bit more of a fight.
Hang on, can I just interrupt? You're sitting there planning tactics that Captain Jack Sparrow should have in the event of an attack.
And this is the strategy of video games. Real life situations where, in case you've been captured by a bunch of pirates, or Somalian pirates, isn't it?
Yeah, but Somalian pilots wouldn't really have muskets. They would have AK-47s.
Maybe they're like people or something.
They haven't got cutlasses that they're holding in the air going, "Yar, you swallywag."
Oh man, that would be classic.
Scallywag.
Huh?
That's what he said.
He said swallywag.
Oh, I don't know.
But that's the British term. Swallywag. Ollie, what's the Asian term?
Huh?
What's the Asian term? Turn?
What?
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 Oh, don't worry. I was going to say, we was doing the British term. I think we could do the Asian term as well, you know, get the American term in German.
What, for scallywag?
Yeah, it's got to be different ways of saying it.
Well, how are we going to know that?
You haven't heard of have you?
What?
Google it. Just Google it for a laugh, you plum. You know,
Was your computer broken?
Oh no, I'm too lazy.
But yeah, anyway, my opinion is the whole violent video game malarkey is a load of horse poo.
I was just reading
I think we've just lost Connor because Connor's phone's shaking.
What do you mean his phone's shaking?
Look at the Skype.
Yeah, he's disconnected from Steam as well.
His internet's probably died.
14 seconds ago. Yeah, because he's been sending me endless space joins all day. And they haven't been working. Every time I try to connect, nothing.
That game, it's a good game, that, and I like games like that, but they are too long.
They were boring.
I'm too busy. No, they're good games. I love Civilization, and it's endless space.
No. The reason why I like... No. It's the interface of endless space.
It's a very awkward...
Boring, as all you're basically seeing are things that look like planets with red circles. Well, my group was red.
Breaking news. THQ have sold off the rights for Saints Row.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's probably not breaking, it was 40 minutes ago, so I'm probably really late. But, yeah, to a company I've never heard of, so that solves that one.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that game. Hey, look, Connor's back. I'm not a big fan of that game anyway.
It was alright. It just 2 was good. 3 got a bit too the same old.
It was more like CGI movie stuff. Like that first mission, I think it's one of the first missions where you're in the airplane and you fly through the airplane and steal the guy's parachute, then you're flying through.
You fly through the airplane.
The airplane, British term again. And then you're falling and there's loads of cars, you know, it's just a typical movie, isn't it? With loads of cars. Did you invite Connor back in, or are you not going to bother with it?
I'm already here.
No grand entrance or anything.
I hate my internet.
Hello!
And it gets that bad occasionally, I can't load one website.
See, I just heard when it gets that bad and then just mumbles.
I heard one site.
What?
That's what I heard him say. All I heard him say was one site.
My internet is shit.
That's like the basics right there, isn't it? My internet is shit. Deal with it.
Connor, is the 56k lead still in though?
He's checking, that's why he's gone silent.
No, I'm looking on the internet.
Okay. You know, did you... I don't know if this is probably crap news as well, but did you hear about the Hitman problem in video games?
No.
It was the women at the front. You know the...
the Saints.
Yeah, they... a women's group in America said it revealed women in hot, sexy, tighty stuff, and women don't dress up like this, especially in assassinations.
Of course, because it's a game.
What, have they gone round and asked many women assassins and say, what do you wear when you kill people? It's like a fashion.
Is it tight leather, or do you have it a bit more loose or something?
I borrow some of Lady Gaga's stuff, her meat dress.
The meat dress
sometimes
distractions,
to distract the dogs or the guard dogs, really. Throw it around.
I was going to say, you wouldn't really distract the dogs. Dogs would just chase you. It would be the worst disguise ever. Unless you walked into a vegetarian place and you'd be alright.
You don't even have security there, just walk straight past with the suit on.
I'm sure someone would notice a big hovering piece of meat. It just looked really unusual, this big sort of pillar of meat past you. She's a freak.
Go in, you're allowed in.
I shouldn't say it because she's a weirdo, that Gaga.
Man,
she is.
So I just want to say, it bugs me. She just, she had the potential when she first started appearing. I thought, she's a good looking bird. And then she started wearing some weird stuff. I thought, she's a weird bird.
But that,
anyway.
She's the top 10 most powerfulest persons ever. And I thought, wait, how does that work? What, could she launch a nuke or something then, does that mean?
She's got a nuke dress. Made of pure sort of uranium.
Jesus, man. Oh, man. But anyway, I want to go to the what games you're looking forward to this year.
Ooh.
Well, you're already aware of one of them.
GTA.
Yeah,
2 of them.
It's for 2.
GTA 5 as well.
I'm not really looking forward to GTA 5, to be honest.
I'm not actually looking forward to anything.
Yeah.
Which is really odd, because every year I've got something. The only thing I'm looking forward to, I have to admit, is E3. I want to see about these new consoles and the new generation that's coming out. That would be interesting. And more information.
News about
Sorry.
Did you hear that PS3 are not doing the DualShocks?
No, what?
Yeah, they're not carrying on. They're not doing the DualShock controllers for PS4 or whatever the console's going to be.
So the controller.
They announced. What's the name of it? I heard something getting announced recently. They announced it at what's the name of it? At CES. They announced it a couple of weeks ago, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got the name of the new controller. That's a shame though, because that's traditional for them.
Yeah.
What does it do? Remind me what it does again.
It shakes twice. DualShock.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They do that thing where they call something and it's completely opposite of what it does. It could have been that.
I can't wait to see the Xbox.
Yeah.
The Xbox and actually a Kinect thing that works. That'd be interesting.
Have you heard?
I think I'm more interested in seeing the Steam box.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is. Where's the Steam box?
It's Steam's console.
Yeah.
And Linux, apparently.
I think the name for it was called the Piston.
I
watched a review about it, about the technological events that they have in the US,
technological.
Yes.
Technology.
Apparently, their first name that they called it was called a Piston, and it was like a cube. But obviously, they're going to name it the Steambox, really. So. Yeah.
I think I've seen a concept for it. It's literally a tiny cube.
Yeah.
If Gabe Newell's in charge of it, the thing should be pretty well done. And I think they've said they want to bring PC gaming to a console level. But it's good, because I'll be honest with you, and I'll probably upset a lot of people that like them, but I honestly think Nintendo are dying. And I think just someone put a bullet in Nintendo's head and get them over and done with. Get someone else to replace them. Sega died long ago, so I think Nintendo should be gone now.
How does the Piston work then? I thought Steam was more of a...
Behind it, there's loads of... On the back of it, there's loads of slots. Yeah, I'll give you another picture.
So it's an actual console? It's an actual console instead of it being...
No, it's a console, but it runs on like a Linux platform, as far as I know, and it's basically Steam Big Picture.
Yes and no.
Essentially, it's that.
You can turn on now.
Yeah, if you got Steam on there, you can just click Big Picture mode, and it comes up like it's a console.
It doesn't look like it's got a disc tray, so I'm guessing it's a download thing.
The only thing I don't like about the back of that is it looks like some sort of cheesy Chinese rip-off. It was like saying you'd get off of eBay for 30 quid. It just...
it does as well.
It's probably where it's a prototype. Yeah, it just looks really bad. I know they're only ports, but it just the way it's laid out, it's...
You know what that's going to do? It's going to destroy the classic old going to the store or ordering a CD and smelling the manual.
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm not sure the smelling the manual part.
That's on its way out. I mean, Game, for example, they nearly folded, and they're only literally surviving there by... They did fold, and they're only surviving, by the sounds of it, by literally a small amount, which... Unfortunately for them,
they get rid of the trading.
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're going to buy a video game, more commonly now, and especially with these new consoles, you download it. And as a lazy person, I find that easier.
But more expensive.
Really? No, not if you count Steam.
No, but Steam is the equivalent of Primark. They've always got deals on.
Well, I don't know, it's not a different quality.
That's true. But that's true, though, isn't it? Every time you go to Primark, they've always got a deal. Every time you go on Steam, there's always 25% off on something. Well. And that's the point, is like, for example, if you try and download a game from the Xbox download thing, it's way more expensive than ordering it off online.
Yeah.
Double the amount, so... Well, that's going to end up being really expensive downloads.
But I mean,
unless
yeah,
a little bit of leeway and say, "Oh, right, we'll lower the average price for one."
The problem you've got as well, though, with PC games is I'm using PC purely as an example for Steam.
Yes.
If you go to game, you haven't got a wide range of choice. You've only got a really minimal amount. Oh, Project Shield.
Yeah.
What poo?
Is that in NVIDIA?
Yeah, they're trying to do a handheld. It's by the sounds of it, it's just going to be a sling box. It's a handheld console that's going to act like a sling box for the telly as well. Yeah, basically you play your games for it. You can hook it up to your PC apparently, and then you can flick it over to your telly as well. And
that looks so crap though.
I'd rather Nvidia put more attention into making
VR MMOs.
What?
A VR MMO.
No, I don't.
No, I didn't make it up. I got it off something else, which Ollie understands.
Oh, yeah.
Just barely.
Virtual reality multiplayer.
Nvidia have got be honest with you, something like that would cause problems, if anything. Major headaches.
On the little screen.
Probably could cause those mental problems.
Yeah, being too... Yeah, so essentially we're now saying violent video games can.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's come full circle on that one. If you've got VR.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what was I say? The thing box, I'd rather they put their attention more into GPUs and just focus on the GPUs, because the next generation are coming.
For people who don't know what GPUs are.
Graphics processing unit. It's basically a graphics card. It runs the power.
Oh.
It basically controls all the graphics and all the calculations for the graphics. Yeah, so if you've got a graphics card in your PC that has a GPU on board, which means that's dedicated. When you play a game, all your graphics processing goes through that.
Oh.
But anyway, Nvidia should have focused more on that, because I'm a big Nvidia fan. And I don't really care much for Radeons, which are the other brand. If anyone knows what they are.
That's my graphics card. I don't have any.
Yeah, well, I don't care much for your graphic card.
Don't like care much for you either.
Well, good. Bring it. I'm bigger than it, and I've got bigger feet. I'll kick it. I think we've lost Connor again, haven't we?
He said that his Virgin was being upgraded or something in his area.
Oh, I thought they've delayed that. I know they're upgrading in areas now, but...
No.
So that's my opinion on Shield. Anyone else?
To me, it just looks like one of those things you buy your kids full of sweets in a 99p shop.
It looks a lot more advanced than that.
It does, though, from this picture you sent me. It's like I'm gonna imagine like a hole open up the side and start pouring them really cheap ass candy things that only cost like 3p to make or something. Nah.
Oh my god!
What?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's confirmed he's going to be in the 5th Terminator film.
There's a 5th Terminator?
Yeah, they've got rid of the writers of the old one and they've got a new one in.
Oh, what? Really?
That's not good. Whenever they change the original, it's always...
Yeah. Going back to Nintendo, I recently found out that they're having a porn app installed.
Wait, did you just send that in a link? Hold on. Yeah. I haven't seen this. Well, this is interesting. There's porn app coming up for the Wii U, and yes, it's weird to think about porn and Nintendo in the same reference. This apparently is happening thanks to something called Sugar DVD. What? Which apparently offers unlimited adult TV streaming to the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, iPod and Android devices. Why am I hearing about this? Blah blah blah. This is important.
I can't wait for Wii Gangbang. Yeah, you can do so many. I'm not gonna.
Wait, is this like Nintendo's last stab at the dark for keeping business up? It's like they're going, Sega never thought of doing this, and they're dead now.
It's like the really classy singer, attractive singer who gets on drugs, doesn't make a lot of money, and then eventually ends up in porn. Essentially, Nintendo's done exactly the same thing on a larger scale.
Although you're putting these as actual people, I could just imagine some guy walking down the road, drinking loads of alcohol, and going into a prostitute pen or something.
I remember in my day when it was just me and Sega, and everyone loved me. I had a friend called Mario. Everyone wanted to see him, and now look at me. Just now, what?
You know, there's two new Pokemon coming out. Before you try and make a comment, just listen. One of them's called Pokemon X. What do you reckon would happen when people try and search Pokemon X videos?
Oh, you bring this up yesterday.
Oh, no. Really?
Think about all the kids that are going to lose their childhood.
What am I missing?
Think.
Well, what do you think? It's people drawing dinosaurs having sex.
What?
Dinosaurs?
I've just seen a link. I've just seen something on Google about that. Yeah, Pokemon X brings up links to hardcore porn websites.
Why would a porn website be... Hold on. Nothing, I just remembered that. Why would it be called Pokemon?
There's a lot of weird people in this world, let's be honest.
Yeah, we was talking about the violence of video games, now we're talking about the porn of video games.
Oh, you've never heard of Rule 34, have you?
Oh, okay, I don't think we'll have to go there.
Rule 34? What?
It's essentially just an unwritten rule that says porn exists of anything. Anything and everything can be turned into a porno. That is literally... It's real.
I love that moment of silence.
I'm being serious.
He was saying that to me the other day. He was playing Dark Souls and he was going, there's an unwritten rule where you can't do this on Dark Souls. And I was like,
Dark Souls?
Yeah, Dark Souls or whatever.
I heard it through watching a guide. Don't twist my words, fault. I heard it when I was watching a guide that you don't use the pots, you don't heal when you're doing PvP.
Oh, this is Dark Souls.
People do.
Is this porn or Dark Souls? I'm confused now.
Dark Souls is Dark Souls. I'm on about.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you've been watching some weird shit.
Is at first?
You know what? No, I don't even. I'll tell you what I would normally look forward to this year.
No, I thought you were going porn again, are you?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this porn. No, Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yeah.
But since they've changed the voice actor, that's really bothered me. That really, but it's not the same thing, and that's why I dealt with Hitman Absolution when they changed the voice actor initially for that. It was like, what was the point of that? And now they've got him back. It sort of brings the character back. Sorry, I just thought I'd try and change the subject from porn.
Yeah. It didn't go very well. I think porn's the winner still.
Can you imagine the porn app though with Wii Fit? What you could get up to?
Oh god.
Well, Wii Fit's all different exercises, different yoga.
Oh,
the Wii two-handed thing, sir.
That's right. You're doing it right. Stay on the ball.
No, you have to do like more of a female, more sexier voice. Up, down, left, right.
They've already got something for that. It's called the shake weight.
That's it. Don't stop.
Oh man.
Oh,
No, I think you should go back to your video game violence. You know.
Right.
What did you just say, Carl? Actually, I wanted to say something on that. What was it?
Splinter Cell.
Yeah. They might. Michael Irons might come back. You don't know. It might be like a last minute thing, like Hitman.
I think he had a big falling out.
Oh, sorry, just the way you say that. You had a falling out with the company. Oh.
I didn't say company, I said he had a fallout.
What do you mean?
Speaking of Fallout 4.
Oh, okay,
There's no such thing as a Fallout TV series. There was...
Yeah, no, but
rumored.
there will be a Fallout 4 one day,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think it'll be very good. Anyway. I'm trying to think of games that we saw at Eurogamer.
Oh yeah. Yes, well, I wasn't.
Yeah, nearly all of them are
Aliens, Colonial Marine.
By the way, we're going to go this year. And Ollie, you're invited to.
This year.
I'll go again this year. Apparently, you know when we accidentally went to the top floor with Earl's Court and it was empty?
Yeah.
They're going to be using that floor this time. So they're going to have both floors. And because of the launch of the new consoles, or the rumours of the announcements, I think it might be a good idea if we go.
When's this going to be? Probably the same time.
It'll be... Was it August last time we went con?
Yeah.
Sometime.
September. It was September.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, end of September.
Yeah. Not long. Are you going on a Friday again?
Yeah.
I think just to make it a bit more easier.
Well, we did go on a Friday. Yeah, go on a Friday because a Saturday will be too bad. But anyway, on the subject of that, the games that... I'll tell you one thing I've not played yet, and you probably have. Far Cry 3.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
I
I'm PC at the moment.
I have played it at Eurogamer, and I fell in love, and I've not risked playing it on here yet.
I got bored when I got to the second island, and halfway through the second island.
that's just you, Connor. Though you get bored of anything that you play too long.
It's not that, it's when there's too much stuff.
Okay, you load up a game.
Your head. Huh?
You load up a game, and then you know when you get the beginning, like say EA, and then the other developer. It gets into the third developer, and goes on board and not playing it, and turns it off. They've got to the game.
I've got everything you can make on Far Cry 3. I've got pretty much every single weapon. I've got 90% of the towers. I just got bored.
Towers, bitch. Twice.
Well, as much as I've slated you, Connor, as much as I've slated you, you're a bloody good tester. Just want to throw that fact in.
Oh, what, you're thinking?
Really?
Yeah,
He came to its full. Got his money's worth.
Well, he didn't have, on my game, he didn't have much of a choice. It was a framework. Anyway,
that is a good game. I think you should try it.
Yeah.
And, well, you've tried it, but actually get it and play it. The only thing I can't stand about it is the guy's voice, the voice actor.
Well, what, the main character?
What one?
The main character's voice. I hate it.
Jason!
No, I agree.
Jason! Jason!
For someone who's supposedly losing his sanity, don't really sound like it, does he?
No, I like Fast. Fast was brilliant. I love Fast. He's the best
character in that game.
Yeah, Michael Mundo, or whatever his name is. Who plays Fast.
Yeah, Vass apparently got loads of awards for being one of the best characters in a game.
Yeah.
I don't... Everyone's on about because I didn't play... When I played Eurogamer version, I didn't have any Vass or anything. I literally just had some...
I don't know. Right.
I know who you mean. He's the geezer that looks like the geezer out of Mad Max.
What geezer in Mad Max?
I'm the only one who's seen Mad Max.
I've seen Mad Max 2. Suck it. Are you talking about Mad Max 2? Because I was
talking about Mad Max 1. I'm sure there's the bad guy in there. Just reminds me.
I haven't seen one.
He's a bastard. That's an horrible film.
Did you know, I didn't realise that was Mel Gibson until the credits.
You're kidding me.
I was like, who is this person? I've never seen him before. Oh, the credits, I thought, frig off, that's Mel Gibson. And I've got that rewind ability, and I went back and looked through, and I'm looking at him going...
That rewind ability?
It's a little bit, it looks a little like...
Yeah, it's that new thing they've got called rewind. It's an ability that rewinds everything.
No, but seriously, I was staring there thinking that isn't Mel Gibson. Do you know what the funny thing was?
It was Mel Gibson.
No. When I found out it was Mel Gibson, I actually started to dislike it.
What?
I watched the whole of it and thought it was a good movie, and I found out it was Mel Gibson, and I thought it was alright.
I remember as a kid, I shouldn't have watched it as a kid, but when I was a lot younger, watching it, and I thought, oh my god, Mel Gibson's Australian accent is brilliant. To find out that Mel Gibson is actually Australian, that completely shocked me.
That's not surprising though, because you have a lot of actors now that you think, oh, they're American, and then you find out they're Australian or English.
Who's that British singer who went over there?
Susan Boyle.
No, there's a young girl. Pierce Nose. She went over there, and then suddenly she went over there for about 2 weeks, and then went, howdy. She's like, so it was so bad, it was horrible.
No. Do you know Susan Boyle has actually got really famous in America?
Really?
Yeah, she's more famous in America than in England.
Yeah, fair enough. She's done well for it.
Yeah.
Not the best looking woman in the world. Oh, also, SimCity, like I was talking to Connor about earlier today. SimCity looks nice, but Origin. That's my answer on it.
No, but don't do that.
What?
No, because no. That's like if someone goes to you, oh, I don't like that film. Why? Because Tom Cruise is in it. So
yeah, well, that's true. Like, I don't watch films with Danny Dyer. Danny Dyer's a pillar.
You don't. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. You're basically missing out an awesome film. Well, you know, you don't know it's going to be awesome till you see it, but because of an actor, just ignore him.
No, hang on, Alan. This has come from the person who just said he disliked Mad Max because he found out Mel Gibson was in it.
Still watch it again. Still watch it again.
Danny Dyer, I'm sorry, Danny Dyer always plays the same old character, and it's always, oh, I'm Danny Dyer, oh, Maud, and that really pisses me off. I can't, like, Johnny Depp, right, I know women go, oh, Johnny Depp, yeah, he's a bloody good actor, though, the man can play anything. And there's a few actors, Tom Hardy, I mean, that man's excellent, he's acting. Danny Dyer, right, look, Tom Hardy, right, he can be Bane, he can be a homosexual guy in Rock and Roller, he can be Bronson, he can be anything. Yeah. But yet, you go to Danny Dyer, and Danny Dyer in Hard Man 6, Danny Dyer in Birds of a Feather 4, Danny Dyer in John's Gardening Show 6 as the old man. He's just always the same pissing character, just with a different name. So, anyway, Danny Dyer is a penis.
Oh my God.
He's English.
Carl.
He's an English penis.
You know in Pirates of the Caribbean, I can't remember which one, where Johnny Depp has a jar of dirt. And he starts running across shouting, I've got a jar of dirt, I've got a jar of dirt. Do you know that weren't actually scripted?
Isn't it?
Yeah, that was their genuine reactions to him doing that, when they were staring at him. They genuinely thought he was batshit crazy when they watched him.
But that man, that's what I like about someone like him. You give him anything, and I mean, a lot of his stuff is, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word?
Interesting.
No, when you do something spontaneously as an actor, it's improvised.
Did you hear what also he did? During one of the films, during the filming of one of the Pirates of the Caribbean, he went and bought the whole crew waterproof coats.
Really?
Out of his own pocket, and it cost him like a couple of $1,000 to do it.
Oh, I love Johnny Depp.
Imagine you like walking up to him with him holding like a bunch of coats, going, "I work here as well, you know." Imagine you, Connor, when we was at the games thing, you're just going around going to that guy, "Yeah, it's a good game. You got any free stuff?"
What? I didn't know that was off with my mate.
We went to the Metal Gear Vengeance Rising, whatever. And Connor, can we go and play that? And he went, no, there's a huge line. And he went, you got any free stuff I can have?
I would correct you, but I can't be bothered.
The guy goes,
I can't be twisting my words anymore.
You got no. What did you say then?
I know, roll with it. It's funny.
No, we walked over there, and I didn't actually see the line because the line, there's no visible line. It was just sort of over in the corner.
Yeah.
And he was holding a bunch of stuff, and I was curious if it was free.
It's the same thing.
He said, and then he suddenly come out with, if you want to get these, you have to do the time trial thing to beat the demo in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but you still went and looked at his hands and went, "Is that free?"
I didn't look at his hands. I looked at the is it lithograph?
No, yeah, he had that little graph thing where if you beat the time, you get it.
No, I can't remember what it is. I think it's called a lithograph. It's
is
a
that
weird...
changes when you look at it from different angles or something?
I like the 3D hologram thing.
Yeah, it's like one of them where you move it up and down, and it's like, oh, his eyes open, his eyes closed, his eyes open, his eyes closed. You know, that.
So it's like a blink card.
No, because I think it was like a picture of his face, and when you do it, because he only has one eye. For a guy that's basically a cyborg, how is he not sorted out his one eye in the demo? Seriously. It makes no sense. If you
the only fun to the demo is cutting the fuck out of everything.
Yeah, but it's not Metal
Except
Gear.
the ninja cap.
They've still got the
it is Metal Gear with the box.
Yeah.
It's Metal Gear with a man robot.
It's got a box in it though. In the tutorial mission, you literally find a box.
Oh, well, that's it. That's it. That game is Metal Gear through and through. Any game with a cardboard box is Metal Gear. If we're going to work on that judgment, I swear I've shot a cardboard box in some of like little crappy games.
Ground Zero is going to end up being one game or two different games.
2 games. That's why they said 2 Phantoms were something or other.
Twin Phantom.
That's it. So I reckon one's going to be a next gen game and one's going to be a PSX, a small handheld game.
I hate it when they do that.
The graphics are
well, yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I would love to play all the portable ones, portable ops and whatever, because I played portable ops we bought in America, do you remember, Con? And I loved that, I was hooked to it, so I would love to be able to play the others.
I remember, because whenever I wanted to play my PSP, you'd nick it off me and play portable ops.
Oh, it wasn't originally Carl's PSP?
No,
I
don't like any handheld consoles.
I've got my iPhone for that.
I thought you just
iPhones weren't out around the time.
Alright then, so for a summary of what we talked about, we did a little bit on video game violence, porn, a decent amount of porn actually, and movies, and
Johnny Depp.
And Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's so legendary, gets his separate section.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is the... Are you actually going to have a video of this, by the way? Or is it just going to be voices? So I was saying, you could just... I was just thinking...
A video of what?
No, let me finish it.
Johnny Depp.
Should we do some, like, slideshows of just pictures of Johnny Depp?
Yeah. I think we can do that around here.
That should be the image, just Johnny Depp. With his face.
Or epic sax in the background.
Try and get one of his thumbs up going, yay! I don't know. I'm just thinking of random shit now. I'm done talking.
Can we just borrow one of your posters, Charlie?
I've actually got a few posters.
Not of Johnny Depp.
Oh, I've got a Depp. Oh man. Wait, Justin Bieber, fuck off.
Yeah, Connor, that is nasty. Connor, nasty.
You just crossed.
You are horrible. You are as bad. You are as bad as someone who plays video games and goes violent.
Yeah,
you
man.
bastard.
Terrorist in some forms, if you consider it.
Leave that woman alone.
Like baby.
Anyway,
baby. Sorry.
Ollie, you're on a wrap up now.
Yeah. So
let's wrap it up.
For Englishman and an Asian, we'll be back.
I love that name. Sorry.
Englishman and an Asian.
What was that about a Twitter feed you were talking about?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll put a link in the description of my Twitter feed and post questions and of topics we could cover or questions you'd like us to answer. Just for you.
There you go, Carl.
Yeah, and
posters. Bring it.
No. Next week. Not next week. What? Oh, shush.
Whenever we do it next.
Whenever we do it next.
Yeah, I've just completely faffled myself, so, yeah. Anyway.
I wish you could see my screen right now.
than Johnny Depp.
Well, anyway. Yeah.
Is that number 2, Faffle? Is that your second?
I'm just going to shut up now. I'm just going to shush.
Alright, end it. Alright, that's it. Bye bye.